Yesterday, the Region 6 Regional Democratic Council honored its female employees on the occasion of International Women's Day 2016. Michael Khan reports.
Yesterday, International Women's Day was observed under the theme Pledge to Parity. Towards this end, the Region 6 RDC held a simple but significant ceremony to mark the occasion by honoring all female employees at the Ryman Irving Complex. There was also the handprinting exercise where those in attendance pledged their support towards gender parity. Former long-serving confidential secretary to the Regional Executive Officer, Ms. Eileen James, who is also an advocate for the rights of women, made these remarks at the ceremony.
Gender equality implies that the interests, needs, and priorities of both women and men are taken into consideration, recognizing the diversity of different groups of men and women. Example, women belonging to ethnic minorities, lesbian men and lesbian women, and homosexual men and women with disabilities. Gender equality is both a human right principle and a precondition for sustainable, people-centered development.
Regional Chairman David Armagon, in his address to the gathering, then highlighted the role that Guyana is playing in promoting gender equality.
If you look at our society today, you will see that to some extent there has always been a continuation of violence against women by men. It works the other way too, violence against men by women. But although it's not as prevalent as the other way, we in Guyana, as you know, violence against women is one of the big problems in our society. It's one of the big social problems in our country. And even though the laws and the legislation are there, sometimes because we fail to ensure that we apply the legislation, these practices continue. And it's something that we need to pay careful attention to in our country to ensure that we can enforce the laws to make sure that our women are protected.
The regional chairman further related,
even here in the RDC, we have what is called a Women and Gender Committee. And that committee, the secretary of that committee now is the new DRO. It used to be the old DRO, who unfortunately is no longer with us. But this new DRO has taken up that role, and today's function is probably the beginning of his role as the secretary to that committee. So there are a lot of things happening in terms of women representation. In Guyana, we can also say that we have equal pay for equal work done, because even if a male and a female is employed as a clerk, they get the same pay. If they're employed as managers, they get the same pay. So in a lot of ways too, we can say that women have equal opportunities to the same level of pay as men do.
Also in attendance at the event were Deputy Regional Executive Officers Baday Spunay and the recently appointed Claude Henry. Michael Khan, Channel 8 News.